Married at First Sight Season 9 couple Jamie and Elizabeth have separated. Given how explosive their fights were during their season, their yes on decision day was a surprise. But it was great to see them work on their marriage while they moved from state to state and, by outward appearances, have a happy marriage, so it seemed. Hi, I'm Tamara, and this is Tamara Lynette Tales. Before I hop into the story, I have a favor to ask you. After you're done watching this video, will you please pop into this video and watch it if you haven't already? It's a sponsored video, so I need to kill it with views. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so back to normal programming. On March 23rd, 2023, just about a month ago from the date of this video, they celebrated their 4th wedding anniversary. To mark the occasion, Elizabeth posted this message on her Instagram along with some photos. She wrote, "Happy 4 years, babe. It's hard to believe we did something so crazy that changed our lives forever a whole 4 years ago. I sometimes forget we met on a TV show because life seems so right with you in it. I love us and I love our life together. Happy anniversary. Thank you for everyone that follows and is part of our journey." Okay, so that seems like a happy wife, happy life post, right? Well, fast forward almost exactly a month later, Jamie posted this message on April 22nd, 2023, with some photos on his Instagram. A lot of you have been asking, and I've been avoiding the questions. So I just wanted to share that I'm taking some time away from my wife to focus on myself and my personal growth. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Taking this step may be difficult, but I know it's necessary for me to become the best version of myself. I can't say what the future holds for Beth and I, but I do know I will be a stronger version of myself regardless. Okay, I'm sad to hear this. In this statement, he says that he's decided to take some time away to focus on himself. But after he posted this statement, he decided to do an Ask Me Anything post in his Instagram stories. He answered the majority of the questions with a video response. When he addressed more details about the separation, to me, it felt like he contradicted his Instagram statement a little bit. But in any case, he seems pretty sincere in his responses. Take a look.
All right, great question. Was this a mutual decision? At first, it was not. Beth was actually the first one to leave. The fighting had gotten really bad, I'm not going to lie. And I said a lot of things that I really should not have said. I said them out of anger and frustration. But I also haven't felt like I've had any reciprocation back of how to fix this and how to move forward. So she's been gone for 4 weeks. I think at this point, it's better for me to focus on myself and trying to become a better version of myself, honestly. That's all I can say. Thanks for the question. All right, I like this question because it's not so directed at my relationship with Beth, but do I miss Charlotte? Charlotte will always hold a special place in my heart. I have a lot of great memories. I met a lot of great people there. I had a lot of fun, and it was a great place for me to be at that time. There's this show filming there. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Married at First Sight. I got picked to be on that show. And I think today, as my life and my career grows, I need to venture out. That's the whole reason we went to San Francisco in the first place, was for my job. And as time progresses, I will keep growing, keep moving. But Charlotte's always going to be special to me. It's a beautiful place. All right, last question. I knew I needed to take a step back when Beth and I had been apart for 3 weeks, and I wasn't getting any sense of desire to fix this. The only thing I was really hearing coming from her side was blame. And I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes. I say things I shouldn't say. I get more angry than I should get sometimes. But, it's like, I got to go take care of myself now. I got to do what I got to do for myself. I got to control myself. I mean, it's like mental health 101. Focus on yourself. Love yourself first before you try to love somebody else. So that's where I'm at today. Ooh, so I like this question. Yeah, I absolutely feel like you're under a lot of pressure to create this image of happiness. I mean, that's like social media as a whole, right? Everybody spotlights the best parts of their life, and that's what you post. But you don't post when you're arguing with your spouse. You don't post when bad things happen. And to me, that's not real. We took a lot of heat coming off the show. We were our most authentic selves, our most raw selves on that show. And I just want to be honest. You know, there's 150,000 of you that follow me. Beth's got another 260,000. So that's a lot of people that are invested in our life. And I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. That's all I can say. All right, wow, great questions, guys. Thank you so much. This is good stuff to talk about. I actually believe that that's what a healthy marriage is when two people grow and evolve together. I don't think being apart and growing and evolving is always the best solution. I don't know, it's just my opinion. Like, why would you need to be apart to work on yourself? It almost seems like maybe you shouldn't be in that marriage at that point. I don't know. I've been married for 4 years. I was married to a stranger on TV, so I don't really have great advice. But, you know, it's like you get to a point where if things aren't evolving, things aren't getting better, then that's where I'm at today. Like, I got to step away. I got to take care of myself. I know I said things. I know I did things. I'm not perfect, but I'm just me. All right, I like this question. I don't know. I'm really trying to do this in a tactful way. I don't want to say anything bad about her. I'm not here to like bash Beth and drag her out behind the woodshed, so to speak, as we'd say in the South. But we had talked about addressing this publicly together, but you know, that's kind of the catch-22, I guess, is if we could have worked together to address this publicly, we probably could have worked together to work on our marriage. Oh, I like this question a lot. No, absolutely not. I'm good on the dating streets. I think for me right now, I just want to take some time and work on myself. Dating is not going to solve anything. You know, finding that perfect someone is not going to make life great all of a sudden. It kind of sucks. I'm 39 years old and I would like a family at some point. And I was hoping that was going to be possible with Beth, but I don't know after all this. So I'm going to take some time to work on myself. If I'm 45, having my first kid, if I'm 50, you know, medicine's great these days. What are you going to do? All right, I got this question a lot. What happened? Nothing. It's basically death by 1,000 paper cuts at this point. I think the winter was really hard on us here in Colorado. We weren't ready for all that. And being stuck inside with sub-freezing temperatures daily and snow on the ground for weeks at a time. We're both like active, like go-do type of people. So I just think we just really pushed each other's buttons, honestly. And, you know, 5 months of doing that straight, and here we are today. Yeah, this is a great question. I'm really trying to like not speak about Beth and her business, but both of us are in therapy. That's the only thing I'll say about her. I'm going to therapy for some of these things like controlling anger, learning how to like argue healthily. And honestly, like at this point, it's just really more about myself, like learning who I am, like who the hell is Jamie Thompson? Like, what do I like? What am I about? What do I want to do with my life? And I think it's a good thing. I mean, you guys saw us on the show. I mean, that was not scripted. That was not put on. That was very raw. That was very real. And frankly, we haven't been working on those kinds of things. We just kind of have been having our arguments, talking and moving on. And we should have been going to therapy.
All right, so I'm gonna do a few more of these. These are some really good questions. Yeah, I love her a lot. There's no question. I mean, I care for her tremendously. I know she loves me a lot. She still has said that. We just can't seem to get to a point where we can have enough healthy conversation to start discussing what this looks like going forward. And initially, I wanted her to be here and us to work on things together right when she left. I thought this was gonna be like a 3 or 4 day thing, and I was like, all right, this is healthy. It hurts, it's not what I want, but you know, we probably did need a little space. And now I'm like can't, you know. It's like, how do you try to keep reaching somebody that doesn't want to be reached? I think she just wants her own space, and honestly, I got to do what's best for me, and I got to take my own space too. We'll see how it goes. Great question. Thank you. All right, another good question. Yeah, I definitely feel like I lost myself. I mean, 100%. It wasn't like, it's not her fault. I'm not blaming her. It wasn't like she was a demanding person. I was trying to please her. I think we just, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I just really wanted this to work because I really care for her and love her a lot. And I think that I started like putting my hobbies, my goals, who I was, my own personal stuff aside, trying to focus on this relationship. And, you know, that's just a piece of advice is don't lose yourself. I mean, be true to yourself, know yourself. Part of what we've gone through, or at least what I've gone through, is rediscovering who I am. So some things were lost, and that's a good thing. You know, I always say it's good to like close chapters, you know. Things may serve you for like a period of time, but you might have to move on after that. I mean, this is the biggest question of the day is like, what do I change my IG handle to now if it doesn't work out? I was really married to that one, no pun intended. I'll take suggestions below. Yeah, this is a great question. I've seen a lot of people have asked, like, we basically split up like a few days after our 4-year anniversary. So we love each other a lot. There's no question. I mean, there's a lot of things I question in this world today, but like Beth and I loving each other is not one of them. I think we were both just struggling to make each other happy, which really kind of begs like the more important question is, why were we relying on each other to make our own selves happy versus just being happy on our own? Which is like the previous question, you know, don't lose yourself, make your own self happy. Do things that make you happy, do things that fill you up, but do things that bring you love, happiness, enjoyment, whatever. And we kind of stopped doing those things and just really hyper-focusing on our relationship and each other. And I really think we just smothered it for now. I don't know. All right, I keep trying to be done with these questions, but they're really good. Again, thank you guys. This is great. Yeah, we got in way over our heads with moving around. I don't think that was ever the intention. When we finished filming the show, we knew like we wanted to change. I'd already been looking at work in San Francisco, and I was super excited to go out there and get to work. Fast forward 6 months later, the pandemic hits and everything shuts down. We decided to move to Santa Barbara, which I think was a great decision. That was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed living there. I think her and I really fell in love and found each other there. But prices got way out of hand, so we made the worst decision of our life to move back to North Carolina. Nothing against North Carolina. I absolutely love the Carolinas, but it wasn't good for us at the time. I really wish we'd pushed through. And I think moving to North Carolina and then moving to Colorado in kind of desperation of a new life really hurt.
So it sounds like the temperaments we saw play out during their season remained in their marriage these last 4 years. I hope they're able to receive the guidance they need in order to continue along their journey as a married couple. As of the date of this video, Elizabeth has not released public statements about this yet. I will keep you posted if she does. Well, that's all I've got for now. I wish it was better news, but I'll see you in my next video.